So we have meteorologist Chris Michaels here right now. And Chris, you put together this very helpful graphic because today you guys didn't say it was a tornado warning, but you said treat it as such. Can you just explain why that was?
And I still think that was okay because there was golf ball sized hail, but there was one thing that we saw that kind of made us go, uh-oh, right? So when you have these greens and these reds together, right, that looks like air that's going toward the radar and away from the radar. This blue right here on debris detector looked like debris, but it wasn't. And the reason for that is as you look here, you would typically see some heavy rain. This is zero reflectivity, meaning there was really no rain, no storms in the same area that there was rotation or debris. So what was happening was the hail here was contaminating the radar image and making it appear as though there was something rotating or potentially producing debris. This is something that's called sidelobe contamination. This is just modern day technology kind of fluking us and fooling us a little bit. So thankfully, no, there was no tornado on the ground, but it looked like it at first glance.
Well, because last week, obviously, we saw what happened with Debbie. We saw obviously tornadoes in our area. I think 7 right in our area that were reported.
Right.
And so, did it look like this? And that's why it's like, oh well, it's what it looked like last week.
Exactly. Yeah. And on the debris detector, that's what it looked like with a number of those storms. You had like this blue pixel, this blue ball, and but other things were happening that made us able to confirm that that's what was going on last week. Whereas this time we just had a few key things missing, especially up here where there was really no rain associated with the rotation.
Now, between all of our meteorologists on the WRAL Severe Weather Team, we have so much knowledge between all of you. You're in this community, you care about people. Explain why it is so critical for you to, even if it looks like that, to tell them, hey, this is what it looks like, because better safe than sorry, right?
I would say better safe than sorry, and especially in that situation, it was weird because we were going, all right, well, there's not a tornado warning, and we know our National Weather Service would have issued one because they're phenomenal over there. So it's definitely one of those things that it was worth seeking shelter because we had reports of golf ball sized hail with this storm. So it was producing damage in its own way. It actually did produce some wind damage in parts of Cumberland County. It's just that the wind wasn't actually rotating and it wasn't dropping a tornado.
And that's a very helpful graphic that you put there, and hopefully people can look at this and understand the process, the thought process, and why you called it how you called it.
It's a lot to understand, but hopefully we broke it down in a way that you could understand.